Let's go. If you like it, then I love it. Put this on my life, won't trade this life for nothing, nigga. We on.
YouTube, what's going on? What's going on, man? Today I'm back, man. I'm back. I'm about to give y'all a bunch of videos that I'm about to post here in this coming, week. I'm gonna get back into this thing because I told y'all a while ago in my last vid that I posted that I was gonna do that, and just had things coming up, life. But I'm back. We're on the road to 1,000 subs. Let's try to see if we can get that 400 mark first. But man, let's get it moving, man. Let's go ahead and get into this build. So right here, we're going with the centers. As I say always, I'm a sit man. I'm a center, and that's what I do, man. So we're gonna move on. You got a center. We're gonna have them right-handed. Doesn't really matter. Do whatever you prefer. And then we're just gonna continue from there. Right here on this one, we got 7'2" ease, 220 on the height, and the 8-foot wingspan. I think that's what I did. Yeah, it's 8-foot wingspan. I had to double check it. And then right here, let's get into these attributes, man. So first thing first, what we did, we tried to make this is pretty much the most dominant center in the game, but I did this in a way to where he's gonna have some shooting. So first thing first, man, we went to a 96 on the close shot, a 96 there. Went to a 96 on this because if you see those two badges at the end, Hall of Fame Masher and Hall of Fame Fast Twitch, very elite. I did have it to where it had a 99 standing dunk, but I went away from that because I knew I could get that 96 close shot and get the Hall of Fame Masher and Fast Twitch instead of having a Hall of Fame Masher and then the Fast Twitch based off the standing dunk. So with the standing dunk, what I did was go to a 98. Went to a 98 so I can make sure I get that Hall of Fame rise up. So now you can see kind of the direction I'm going on this build. The direction I'm going on this build is really going to be, pretty much a paint masher, both the ability and capability to, knock down just a little bit of something, right? So right here we went to a 84 on the driving dunk, and if you know when you get the driving contact dunks, it's at an 84. So you're 7'2" with driving contact dunks and this mashing capability. This is elite and this is toxic. So let's get on. We went on to and got the 80 on the driving layup, and then for our post control we got a little something. We went to a 71, so that should finish us with 26 badges right there in that category. So when I worked it out by paper, 26 was the correct number for me to get the Hall of Fame badges that I needed, which would be all three at the end that you see there with the Fast Twitch, Masher, and the Rise Up, and the Hall of Fame Fearless Finisher. And that was just, I think that was just coring one of the Hall of Fame badges in tier 3, and then obviously you can get your Limitless Takeoff and your Silver Slithery. And this part of the build right here, the Silver Limitless Takeoff and the Silver Slithery, are pretty much like, they are, outside of these, the key badges when you're 7'2", that tall and taking off, man. It's gonna go crazy. So we're gonna skip this and I'll come back to this and you'll see why. And we're gonna get into the passing in this build. So pass accuracy, we went to a 66. The reason I went to a 66 was at 66 we ended up getting another badge, and you see right there we have 7. And then also I made sure we got a little bit of speed with ball, and I want to say I went to a 46. Now let's get into a defense. The perimeter defense, we went to a 61. Oh, and let me give you this. The 66 is because right here you get the break starter at 65 on silver, but I went to 66 just for the extra badge, right? And then you can see we got the silver special delivery, but really the main thing we're worried about is the break starter, man. And yeah, silver, you may say, why not go gold? Why not go gold? I've had plenty of success running it on silver. Gold is obviously better, but silver works, and honestly I've made this build and it has been working really well for me, working really well. So let's move on and go on to the next. So we got, like I said, a 61 on the perimeter. So you got a little bit of lateral quickness to where you can move your feet, and then after that we are going to, let's get to the block, and then I will go from there. You may think, where's the interior D? I'm gonna get to it, just calm down and see it's going up right here with the block. So we got it to a 93 on the block, and that obviously gives you the gold anchor and Hall of Fame face down. And then right here we went to a 75, and as you can see right here, 75 is where it pushed you to the notch of getting an extra badge, right? So then from here we went to a 94 on the decent rebound, because 94 is the number where you get the Hall of Fame box out beast, and you get the gold rebound chaser. And then right here on the rebound, we went to a 76 offensive rebound. And I must say, I am highly surprised at how well the 76 offensive rebound works. And you got to think, whenever I show you these takeovers that we're going to get off this build, which you probably kind of know the direction right now what we're going to get. But when I show you the takeovers that you get on this build, it's pretty much going to bump that up to the roof. And you're going to get pretty much those, regular animations that you expect out of, a build like this. So right here on the speed, we went to a 65. I want to say that is the max. Then went to a 65. We left the acceleration and the strength alone. And you're like, why do that? I'm telling you, I've had success on this build. I've played against 99s, 95s on this. The biggest thing you need to worry about is making sure you get your box out. And then after that, if you play well enough and have the right IQ using this build, you can move with it. Go to 79 on the vertical, and I went to a 90 here on the stamina. Then after that, as you can see, we got a little bit left. I got a 70 here on the free throw. Then right here, I got this to a 65. The reason I left that at a 70 and a 65 was because if you take it up, you actually end up gaining a little bit of 3-point. But I want to make sure I have as many points as I could to, get into the other categories that would hit home. So with this build, you can be an elite paint master, and I would say this is more of like a solo build when you're running by yourself in the rec, or even in the 1v1s courts. This is more of a solo build just because you have that 70 mid range, so you can post fade. You have the silver medium position with that, and then you have the other badges to support, like the other post badges to support you doing that. And then also you got a little bit of capability of moving your feet, because you're gonna play some ball handlers, so you just got to get that one stop, get the rebound, and then go on from there. So let's go ahead and get into these takeovers and see what we get. And as you can see, man, we have slashing takeover, rim, glass, and then post scoring. So man, you can pick your poison. How I did it when I set it up initially, I did the stuff blocks and the slashing. The reason I did that is because I wanted to make sure I had the capability of getting the correct animations when I am defending the rim. I'll tell you like this, if you take it off, it's harder to defend the rim. You can do it, but it's still harder to do it because depending on the dunker that comes in there, they can get the right animation. Most of your bigs, whenever you put on the post move lockdown and all that stuff, you can get your body in position to kind of stop the dunk ons. But unless you're up under the rim, which it works like that on every build, even though this build's interior is lower than most you'll see, you're going to get dunked on if you're under the rim. But that's for any big build that you have out there. I don't care who you are, what you say, any big build that is under the rim, no matter your strength, interior, defense, you're going to get dunked on, because that's just how interior finishing is on this game. It's just so OD. So we're just going to leave it right here on this. Leave it on the stuff blocks, and then we're going to go ahead and continue, and let's see what our build name is, man. It might be pretty generic build name, but honestly, I'm not really going for build names. I just want to provide y'all with the context. So you see you have the Shaq, not really worried about Rudy Gobert or Zubac, but you see you got Shaq right here, man, and we got the glass cleaning finisher. Let's go ahead and move on and get this build up and see what we're doing with these badges. And you all can see what I'm talking about with the Hall of Fames, man. So we got that up. First, initially, obviously, I want to go to the number that's going to get me to get into those tier 3s. So right now we're at 7, so we need 3 here. So now we get into the tier 3s. The first one I would do for your tier 3s is always going to be fast twitch for me. The reason I would do that is because no matter what you're doing, fast twitch is always going to pop off. It's always going to pop off. So I would go to fast twitch. Go ahead and core that, because that's going to be something that you're going to core. After that, if you want me to be honest with you, it doesn't matter which order you go on these. Both of these take hella long to do. Masher is a little bit faster, but they both still take a long time to do. So just choose whichever one you want to get up first. If you want to go masher, go ahead and do that, because you do have a high standard dunk, so your standard dunk should key in pretty often. And then after that, so you do have to double core, so you have to double core finishing if you have that. So double core finishing, which is what I did. Double core, and then after that you can come up and get Hall of Fame aerial, which that will give you 6. That will leave you, so if you just do some math with me real quick. So if you double core the finishing right here, that'll give you another 8, because this is 8. So you put Hall of Fame area, that's 6, Then you come up here and put one here. That gives you Hall of Fame there. And then you can come on and put Acrobat, Dream Shake, whatever, and then move around from there. So you need to double core your finishing. Then shooting wise, what I'd like to do, which can't actually get on this one, I would just say really go Green Machine, just because you'll knock a few down. And after that, I would just go Hall of Fame Slippery Off Ball. Volume shooter, I won't really worry about. You're not gonna be shooting that often for it to be popping up. But if you are gonna shoot that off and using this build, put on volume shooter. But you're gonna be doing a lot of cutting, a lot of screening, a lot of rolling. So how this works, when you make contact with somebody off the rolls or just trying to cut back door, you're just gonna slip off them. No pun intended, but yeah, you're just gonna slip off of them. All right, so let's move on to the. And do you want to core something? I'm just gonna tell you like this. How I have it on mine, I didn't core anything shooting wise. I have the both seasons of the core badge setups, so I can do double finishing, a playmaking, and then do a defense, which is what I have. Now, and what I did do on mine to make it different is I put all of my passing badges in the playmaking, or put all of my badges, the extra badges you have from the seasons, into the playmaking. The reason I did this is because I wanted to get into the post playmaker and a needle threader. Both of those badges, especially if you're trying to kick out to the wings, unless you're not crowded in the paint, needle threader is gonna help you throw right over them, right past them. Post playmaker is just gonna give them that boost, the shooter that boost whenever they catch it out of the post, whether you catch it off a rebound or if you're posting up and kick it out. It's going to give them pretty much that dimer boost. But I want to say post playmaker's boost is a little bit higher than dimer. So I'm not sure. You can go look at 2K Totes or 2K Labs. They should have it on there. But I want to say it is a little bit stronger. At least it feels like to me. But how I would do it is this. And then in this scenario, you have to core this and go to silver here. Then after that, you can go, something like this. But like I said, I have all my playmaking or all my extra badges here in playmaking, so I can do a little bit more. And then defensively, man, you just kind of play position, make sure you get in the right spots. Don't try to be too jumpy. You got to play hands up defense. You got to be solid down there. As long as you stay solid, man, you can do what you need to do, like honestly and truly. And this is how I have it ran on mine. Sometimes what I do on mine is I'll take that brick wall off, and then I'll bump up my workhorse, and then put it on challenger. So I'll do this right here. I'll take this off. Well, I said I'm going crazy. So I'll take this off and I'll bump up this. I'll put this on and this, and then I'll buff up this, and then you'll have it like that. Or you can go with the brick wall, which is whatever you want to choose. The reason I go to the chase down, because the chase down and the anchor are going to play a big factor into you getting blocks, because if you got to move across the paint, the chase down is going to key in. If you're not quite in position yet. If you're already in position to get the block, it's going to be the anchor. But if you're coming across the paint, you're more than likely going to get a chase down animation. So if you have a low chase down, obviously it's a lower percentage chance, but you get it. So this right here is the glass cleaning finishing build, man. In my opinion, this will be the most dominant sitter build from here on out of 2K. You'll see a lot of people running this for the screen and roll, and man, it's gonna go crazy. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on, man. Untamed Mob, let's go ahead and get to these 400 subs, man. As you can see, let me see if I can pull it up real quick while we're sitting here. Boom. As you can see, I hit the wrong thing. I had the subscriber goal, but as you can see, man, we're sitting at 316. If that number move right now, that'd be kind of crazy. But we're sitting at 316, and Steve Austin 316 running off on tangents. But anyways, Untamed Mob, go off, have fun with this build, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and guess what? I'm back. Peace.